I love goals and I'm so excited to talk to you about mine for 2024. These goal type of videos are some of my favorites to watch for some reason. Like, I don't understand what it is, but I want to know everybody's goals. I don't have any super crazy goals for this year, but I do have some that I want to share with you. So the first few are numbers based, and then the rest of them are kind of just like things I want to focus on and work on and prioritize. So numbers. The first one is my channel subscriber goal. This is 5,000. It feels a little bit of a stretch, but I just decided to go for it. Truly, with YouTube, like, putting in more work does not equate to growth. It helps, but it's not the determining factor. So if it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna like beat myself up because like I can't specifically do anything besides make content that I am proud of to reach this goal, but I still put it there. And then for Instagram, my goal is 3,000. I am at like 1.6 something right now, and I really want to be more consistent this year. This is a number I picked that feels realistic if I am consistent on Instagram, but Instagram is not my main platform. It is not my favorite place to make content for. So while I enjoy it, that's not my top priority. And then for Patreon, my goal is 85 members. I love my Patreon community. We have so much fun over there. I have so many things that I love to do, and I just love connecting with the community that I've made on Patreon. But Patreon is also how I can continue to put so much time and effort into YouTube. So I do want to work on growing that community while also still giving really great content on Patreon. Now for reading, my goal is 100 books. I have made this my goal for the past 3 or 4 years at this point. I have consistently read over that. I think within the past 3 years, I read 136, 145, 200, and then 260. So 100 will very likely happen, but I just put it there. It's a number. I don't really care about it. I don't think about it. I'm not doing anything to try to get to that number. I just read a lot. And then my page count goal is 36,600. I believe that is correct. It is supposed to be 100 pages a day is my goal, and it's a leap year, so I think that makes sense. Once again, this will very likely happen. I was significantly over this number, but it's just fun to see my progress, and then it's even more fun to see my progress after I've completed that. I also really want to prioritize reading books out of my comfort zone. I started doing that within the past couple months, and I've truly had a great time. I don't think that this specifically means reading outside of my genre comfort zone, but like even more subgenres within that. I've just been finding myself loving a lot of different things, and I want to continue to explore some of these things. I will be reading some more fantasy. Horror and thriller is always going to be like my thing, but if I enjoy reading other genres, why would I not read them just because I'm like known for reading thriller and horror books? So you will see some more videos that are concepts where I can read multiple genres in them so that I can fit books in outside of my comfort zone that you're still interested in seeing. Another goal is to read more from my shelves. I do have an upcoming TBR update video, and I will talk more about this in that, but I want to read a lot of the books from my shelves this year. And then going off of that, I do want to be buying less books. I want to really prioritize reading books digitally and physically from my library, and then buying the books if I love them. I like to collect books as trophies. Seeing my shelves full of books that I loved makes me so happy. So I want to just have books that I've read and loved on my shelves instead of having books that I have not read just accumulating, and then my reading taste changes and I don't want to read them anymore and I just get rid of them and it was wasted money. So I want to have a smaller physical TBR, so that is going to be a big focus for me in 2024. And then I just have a couple other goals. One that I started working on in 2023 is to just be nice to myself. I need to give myself as much grace as I give other people. I don't expect anyone else but myself to be perfect, but like I just put so much pressure on everything I do. So I really was working on that in 2023. I've been doing this by not making videos I don't like making. I didn't make wrap-ups in 2023 because I don't like to film them and I don't like to edit them. Something I need to get better about is letting myself stop something and just pick it up the next day. Like, I don't need to be up until 4 a.m. editing. And that kind of goes into my main goal for myself for this coming year. And that is to get on a really good schedule and routine. This will help me prioritize things. It will also make it easier for me to be like, okay, it's this time, I am taking a break. Like, I don't need to finish everything before I can do things for fun. I do have fun with my channel, but you know what I mean. And like, I don't want to ever not do things because I'm like, oh, well, I need to edit or I need to film. And that is something that I've really found myself doing. I'm like, well, I have this schedule for myself and I need to stick to it. So like, I'm not gonna go do this thing so that I can make sure I get this done in time. The truth is that if I post a video a day later than I initially planned, it's not going to matter. And I think that getting myself on a really good routine, like waking up at the same time every day, doing the same kinds of things like at the same time, will really help me like get into a pattern and not procrastinate as much, instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I sit and kind of think about it and get on my phone for like an hour before I start doing things. Like, I have so much wasted time that feels like I'm doing something because I'm just like thinking about needing to do things, but I'm not actually doing anything. So I think that this routine will help me use my time more wisely so that I have more free time. I want to be able to spend more time with my family and spend more time reading books that are not in videos and playing games. I love to play board games. So this is like my main goal. I don't think that January is going to be the time for me to work on that because I will be out of town 3 of the 4 weekends, but I want to have a weekly routine. I just really want to stop wasting so much time and be able to put that time towards other things I want to do. And then the last thing is very community focused. I love the booktube community. I feel like it's something that I have made a priority from the start. I like to do events and live streams and things with other creators. I have a book club with 2 of my booktube friends. We have guest co-hosts. I've hosted multiple readathons where I have a plethora of hosts to share people's channels. I've had tons of people in my reading sprints, but I love doing that and I want to do it even more. And I also would love to join other people in things that they are doing. Like, I would love to be a part of other people's book clubs more and other people's readathons more, whether that be co-hosting or participating and promoting it myself. I just want to really interact with this community in a way that is not overwhelming to me. I'm someone that like messages stress me out, like knowing that I have to respond to things in a certain amount of time or like people will get mad at me. I don't like that. But like, I feel like participating in readathons and participating in other people's book clubs, it's just a good way to share other people's channels with my audience, and also it's just fun. So speaking of readathons, I in the past have hosted 2 big month-long readathons. The first one I hosted was Halloween Weekend Readathon, and this was every Thursday to Sunday in October to celebrate Halloween the whole season. And then this past year I started Escape the Readathon, which will be returning in May. There will be a different theme, there will be different teams. I'm really excited for it. I haven't done too much planning, but the ideas that I have, I'm really excited about. So that will be happening again in May. This is a competitive team-based readathon where you are logging your books to try to unlock doors to escape. Only one team wins. I had such a fun time with that in May. So Halloween Weekend Readathon will not be returning again in 2024. It kind of will. I will be having a mini version of it on my Patreon, but doing it to the scale I was doing it was not, like, I wasn't having fun with it. I was having fun with the readathon, but the scheduling and feeling like I needed to be at everything Thursday through Sunday all October, and whenever I wasn't there I felt like I should be. Like, I can't do it anymore. I truly do love the readathon, which is why I'm continuing it in a very scaled back version on Patreon this year. But I did want to let you all know that that is not happening again. I'd love for you to participate in Escape. I'm really proud of this readathon, and I have some changes that are coming that I think will be really good, and I just think it's a fun time. So back to other people's readathons, you will find me co-hosting a readathon or 2 for sure. I would love to be part of more, but if not, I will still be participating in as many as I can. I'm co-hosting the Sleep When I Am Dead book club in January. I'm co-hosting the Reaper book club in February, and I'm co-hosting the Midnight Book Society book club in September. All information for all of those book clubs are linked in the description, but I'm so excited about all of those. Book clubs are so fun for me, so I just really want to continue co-hosting things with people, participating in events that people put on and book clubs, and I also really want to put a big focus on my Patreon community. Truly, that has been so much fun and so rewarding. I've been able to put a lot of my creative ideas into Patreon. We do tons of readathons over there that I truly have had a really good time with, and I just love being able to talk to this smaller community of people. So those are my goals, my number goals for my channel, my Instagram, my Patreon, my reading number goals, my general reading goals, and then my life goals. I'd love to know what goals you have set for the new year. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future content from me. If you're looking to find me in other places on the internet, everything is linked in the description, including my Bookstagram, my Storygraph, and my Patreon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!